to take that reward away from the equation and still be in it for the process itself can be difficult to, when you think about it. But I absolutely loved the example that you gave of your son who figured out, who tell us about that, how he cracked a code where he did it for the enjoyment and not for the result. And anybody can do that was my lesson there.
Are you talking about his first game, his first tournament game? Or
Yes, and I
yeah.
think it was solving puzzles as well, where
Oh,
he
solving
didn't want.
puzzles. Yes. Right. Well, my son, like many of us, these social media apps, these puzzles that you solve on the internet, whether it's chess.com or Lichess or Duolingo, a lot of the time it's
Hmm.
very gamified. So you get like a high score if you solve them faster, better, stronger. But the problem is then we become obsessed with the metric. And I saw my son doing puzzles this way. He literally was half looking at the board and half looking at the score. It was like one eye on the number, one eye on the
Yeah.
position. Well, what is that? That's not good. And so one morning he woke me up and he said, Mommy, I figured out a way that the score is hidden from me. And I was like,
Yeah.
fantastic. You solved it.
Yeah,
And
that is so true. And even for adults, when I
yes,
post something, I would like to see how many people have liked it two
yes.
nights after, which is crazy. I mean, for a 43-year-old adult man, because technology can be addictive. And if a kid can crack this, there is some lesson in there.
Absolutely. And, I do like that Instagram offer that right now on Instagram, you can suppress your likes.
Hmm.
So it's harder to see. It's harder for viewers to see. It's harder for you to see. I guess you can still kind of go in and look, but it becomes less obsessive when it's not displayed to you and it's not displayed to anyone else. And I think that we're kind of going in that direction as a culture, that people are
Yeah.
kind of moving away from this number that defines everyone, partly because when something becomes too gamified, it also becomes cheatable. Right? Like with
Hmm.
social media, you have AI, bot farms, all these types of things. And so, what is it if it's not genuine connection and admiration? That's what it's all about. And if you stray
Hmm.
too far away from it, then it just becomes pointless. Like again, one eye on that, one eye on that. At some point, both
Yeah.
eyes go to the number, and then what is there? There's nothing.
Yes.